Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Lily, and I film mainly fashion related videos. Make sure to grab a cup of tea or coffee. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. In today's video I wanted to share with you guys my shopping rules. These are my personal shopping rules that I like to follow on daily basis, just so I can avoid regret purchases. And these rules have worked amazingly for me so far. I started following very strictly these rules in the beginning of 2024, and I have to say I was very happy with my shopping habits from last year. I feel like I did a very good job in comparison to my shopping habits before. I was definitely very careful and very mindful for my purchases. I didn't want to add a lot of things that I would later on regret, and things that I don't necessarily need. I would honestly consider 2024 as a low buy year for me, and I do have to mention kind of a disclaimer here, and something that is very important that you guys need to keep in mind. The worst thing that you can do is to compare yourselves to others. So let's say if you watch some sort of low buy videos or no buy videos even, you shouldn't be comparing yourself to what other people are buying and the amounts that they're buying. It doesn't matter if we're talking about clothing items or anything else. You should be only comparing yourself to kind of your old self and your old shopping habits. And this is a very important thing that you need to keep in mind. A low buy looks different for everybody. Let's say if you used to buy 20 or 30 items a month years ago, and nowadays with careful consideration you buy, let's say, 5 or 6 things a month. This is also considered a low buy. And the same thing goes for if you used to buy, let's say, 5 or 6 things a month, and now you want to buy, let's say, 2 things a month. Obviously, buying things fashion-wise is not a necessity on monthly basis, so this is just an example for monthly basis. You might want to set yourself kind of a limit, but not on monthly basis. Let's say every 3 months, every 4 months. It all depends on your personal preferences and what you're looking forward to achieve from this. So let's start with the shopping rules, and the first one is to make a wish list on a regular basis. Whenever you're choosing your outfit of the day and you see that you don't have a beige turtleneck or a brown turtleneck and you feel like you're gonna get a lot of wear out of it, make sure to write it down in that moment on a wish list. But it's very important to just write it down on your wish list and to not buy the item immediately. You need to give yourself usually between 3 or 4 weeks, in my personal experience, to truly see whether you need that item and to see whether in the next few weeks you're going to search for that item again. And the same rule goes for items that you see on Instagram, let's say, or on social media in general. When you see it and you like it a lot and you're almost 100% sure that it will go so well with your already existing wardrobe, you just need to give yourself still some time before you actually buy the item. In the past, I have made impulse purchases of items that I think would look amazing with my existing wardrobe at that moment, and then I kind of realized that it was more of an impulse buy and I didn't used to write them down on a wish list to take my time and to think through the items and the ways that I can possibly style them with my already existing wardrobe. So I would definitely recommend you guys to start writing down all of these items on a wish list that you can see kind of towards the end of each month and decide which are the items that you truly want. So the second rule, or should I say the second thing that you shouldn't be doing, is writing in Google, let's say, beige turtleneck or brown turtleneck or whatever you're planning on buying, and then just going through a few sites and buying almost the first one that you see. That is definitely a mistake. You need to take time to make your research, to make sure that you're buying an item that has a good composition. I personally search for fabric composition like wool, cotton, cashmere, silk, and the reason I do that is because I want my item to last for many years ahead. This is something that I didn't pay enough attention to many years ago. Let's say I would just click on the Zara app and I would like something and I wouldn't even check what the fabric is. That was quite a long time ago, and after kind of educating, I guess we can say, myself on this particular topic. I feel like I was a lot more cautious with my purchases, and I was a lot happier with the clothing items that I own. As a conclusion, I would say that you don't want to end up with items that look awful after the second wash. I have my second phone here with me with some notes that I want to share with you guys. And the third rule that I want to mention is to ask yourselves questions in general. Just make sure to ask yourself a lot of different questions before actually buying the item. So the first question is, how can you style the item with your already existing wardrobe? This is something that I mentioned towards the beginning of the video as well. It is extremely important to be able to style the item that you buy. The truth is that even if you like an item a lot and you truly do like it and you see yourself wearing it, if you don't have any clothing or accessories in your wardrobe that you can combine this item with, there is no reason for you to buy it. Let's say you have seen that the composition is great. Yes, you're gonna like it overall when you receive it, but once you actually try to wear it on a daily basis, you just end up realizing that this is definitely a regret purchase and that you don't have anything to combine this item with. Second question is, do you have any similar items in your wardrobe? And if yes, are you going to wear the new clothing item enough? That is also a very, very important question, and I feel like I have been very bad in the past with buying a lot of similar items. Yes, I do like a particular neutral color scheme, and most of my clothing items and accessories are in neutral colors, but that doesn't mean that I should be buying almost the same exact item over and over again and have, let's say, 30 black trousers or jeans or anything. You just don't need that amount of items on a daily basis. I feel like all of us can find an exception though. Let's say I have a lot of white t-shirts, a lot of black t-shirts that are very basic and I wear them all year round, and during winter and fall I wear them under different sweaters, and then I just wear them on their own during spring and summer. So I tend to get a lot of wear out of them, and I obviously cannot wash them all the time and wear the same two t-shirts all the time. So that is kind of a necessity for me. And the last question that I always ask myself is whether the fabric composition is good. And this is something that I kind of already talked about. It's extremely important for me just because I want to wear my items for many years ahead, and in order to do that and for the items to last as long as possible, I tend to stick to natural materials. The fourth rule that I want to share with you guys is whenever you go shopping, especially during the sale period, always stick to your wish list and make sure that you're looking for the exact items that you have written down. So always make sure that you have your wish list either on your phone or written on a piece of paper. This is extremely useful because whenever you go to a physical store, I feel like people can easily get overwhelmed by the wide selection that they have, and especially during sale periods. I feel like now, especially we're currently in that after Christmas sale period, there are a lot of stores with discounted items. I feel like if you just go in that store, you can easily like, I don't know, 10 items that are on sale without thinking at all about your rules, about your wish list, etc. So for me, it's even more fun. It's kind of going on a mission, I guess. Whenever you go to your wish list, let's say you see a brown blazer first on the list. So I'm usually very calm when I go shopping, even if the situation, let's say, around us is very chaotic. I feel like I still remain very calm and chill, and I usually have my coffee with me, and I feel like it's almost like a treat yourself type of situation. And whenever I have some free time, I want to use it wisely. I don't want to be stressed out. I feel like we have a lot of stress on daily basis already. Why make shopping stressful as well? Like, it's not worth it at all. You should just get your coffee and kind of go through the different sections in the store, but without looking at each item. That is the key point of not kind of getting overwhelmed and stressed out. So let's say we're sticking to that brown blazer. The thing that I usually do is kind of, I admire some of the other items, but I don't actually, you know, stay in that section and look through every single piece that they offer. I just kind of search for the color that I'm looking for. It may be beige, it may be brown. This is the first kind of key thing that I look for. Whenever I see something that is in a brown color, I tend to, you know, check it out to see whether it's a blazer, whether it's a coat, or whatever, and I will check whether that piece would work for me. I would look at the composition, which is very important, as I said. I would also pay attention to the overall tailoring. I feel like I can tell whether I'm gonna like a blazer even before trying it on. Sticking with the example of the blazer, I would check whether there's padding in the shoulder area, which I personally really like. And only after I see that all of the boxes are checked for my personal preferences, I would try on that blazer. And this is how you don't really get overwhelmed in physical stores. Let's say there might be, I don't know, 10 to 20 brown blazers in that store. I don't think that you would want to waste your time to try on all of the 20 brown blazers that they offer in the store, which would be the case probably if you don't have that wish list and kind of your preferences in mind before going into the physical store. Another important thing that is different for everyone is whether you prefer to shop alone or with friends. Some of my friends prefer to shop only online, others on their own in stores. It just all depends on your personal preferences, but you do need to try both of these options out and see whether if you shop with your friends, you get kind of more distracted, you don't pay attention to your wish list. And if you do realize that you do that and you tend to do it a lot, I would suggest to try to shop on your own or online. And always remember that you don't have to go home with shopping bags. Even if you were kind of in that shopping mood and you really wanted to buy something, it's truly better to wait. Maybe you can find the exact item that you're looking for online. You will definitely end up regretting purchasing, let's say, an alternative from a physical store where you thought that, oh, it's similar enough to what you're looking for, but not quite there. Let's say the item is 90% of what you were looking for, but those 10% guys, they always tend to annoy you in the future. That is from personal experience. All the items that I ended up buying many years ago that weren't completely my style, that I didn't find, let's say, fully flattering as well, or any reason like that, I always ended up regretting it afterwards. I didn't end up wearing those items and I had to sell them or donate them. The last tip that I wanted to mention is before removing the tags of all of the items that you purchased, make sure to try to style each item at home. My personal rule is that if I can't incorporate that item into at least 3 outfits, I would 100% return it back. Okay guys, so that was all for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that you found it helpful. And I hope that all of you guys are truly doing well after the holiday season. I know that it can be tough sometimes to go back to kind of everyday life. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe and also follow me on my Instagram, where I share a lot of different outfit ideas and styling tips, and I do post there on a daily basis. And here on YouTube, I would say that I manage currently to post once a week. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. This really helps me with the algorithm. If you do have any particular requests for future videos, you can leave them in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching and see you in my next video. Bye.